All right, so I'm going to get a beauty shot of you real quick. Before I forget, I'm going to bring that over. Just get a close up. I have my 70-200 on still, and 70-200s work really well for close-up beauty shots. Sometimes I'll use an 85 1.4. Other times I'll use a 70-200. Just kind of depends. So I'm just going to have you put your hood on. Definitely. So the hood is going to add mystery, do more storytelling. If I had the hood on before, when she was further back, which I could have, it might have hidden her face. She was farther back, so I want it to be a clear shot. But right now, I'm going to be close up, so that's great. All right, I'm just going to have you pull it back just a tiny bit. And I'm going to, perfect, and have you put that reflector real close. Okay, that's perfect. Perfect, Lila, thank you. That's great. Chin down a little. When you are working with a couple that they aren't professional models, sometimes when you do shots, people are very uncomfortable being serious. I don't know if anybody else has ever had that, but people get really uncomfortable. So you look great, so you know what you're doing. But a couple tips that I give people. First of all, for guys, sometimes you get guys and they look angry. If somebody's serious, a lot of times they clamp down on their jaw when they're serious. So one of the first things I'll tell people is relax your jaw. And a lot of times just say, unbite your teeth, relax your jaw. That will work a lot of times. It also is more flattering because when people have flexed jaw muscles, guy or girl, it makes their face look wider. So I say relax your jaw. The next thing is a lot of people, they have tension in their shoulders. They keep their shoulders up high. I'll just say, shake your shoulders out, relax, elongate, pull down the shoulders. It also makes people look skinnier because it elongates the neck. So I'll do the shoulders, I'll do the jaw. Another thing for people also that's really big is when you tell people to be serious, a lot of times they're tight-lipped, and it just looks unnatural. It doesn't look right. So there's a couple things. I tell people, okay, just loose lips, but what happens is they just have their mouth open. So what I like to tell people to do is to breathe in and breathe out, and how they feel at the end of that breath, the feeling of the slightly parted lips, that's what you want for a serious shot, generally. It usually looks good. So I tell people to breathe in, breathe out, and that feeling just at the very end, because it's not tight, it's not a dropped jaw, and it usually makes a good serious face. I also tell people if they're kind of dead in the eyes, sometimes I have them squint a little bit. It just makes it look like they're interacting with the camera, just to squint a tiny bit. Or, the think happy thoughts. If you've talked to them, they have a dog they love, or they have a hobby they love, ask them to think about that. And a lot of times they'll get a little bit more expression in the eyes. She doesn't need any guidance. She knows exactly what she's doing. So let me just shoot a few more beauty shots. They look great. So, okay, so just like that, perfect. Just like that's great. Chin down a little. Good. Tilt your head that way just a little bit. Good, right there. You can pull the hood up just a little bit more. It's kind of falling off. Right there is perfect. Great. Okay, good. That looks perfect. Okay, so now pull that side back, and you're actually going to I'll have you put a hand right here and just kind of pull that away. That was putting a shadow on her face, so I'm going to pull it back, but I can literally just have her hold it because I make it look like she's pulling back on it. So do that. Perfect. And that blue ring is a really nice touch against the red. I like that. Good choice. I'm going to go for a mysterious shot, and I'm going to have you put half of this over your face. So I'm going to just pull it down and hold it halfway. Good. And I think I'm going to have to bring you maybe over here to fill the light in correctly. All right, so let's see. Maybe right there. One of the things too when I'm working with people and I'm posing them a lot is I make sure I ask them beforehand, before I go touching in and fixing things, say, oh, do you mind if I fix your hair? Do you mind if I come in and tweak something? It just makes it easier. Just let somebody know you respect their personal boundaries. So I always check with someone beforehand. So that's good. Just gonna make sure that's floofy. All right, so I'm gonna step back. You're good with your reflection there. I'm gonna have you pull away on that side just a little, clear a little bit of shadow. Okay, good. And now drop your hand. All right, and chin down. Good. Let's do it like that. Squint your eyes at me a little bit. That's great, because that looks like you're like peering at me, what are you looking at? So what I'm gonna do is it's just like using that hood to kind of hide the face, so it's like very mysterious in there. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna make sure I get that eye. I'm gonna tuck this under a little to make sure I can see the eye clearly. All right, perfect. Turn your head that way just a little bit. Good, and then your eye back at me. That's great. And good, perfect.